Funding provided by
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.
Fareway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fareway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fareway.com.
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.
Two more championships to go, and this is Class 2A. From the Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex on the north side of Fort Dodge, Iowa, in the heart of Webster County, it's time for the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament. It's number 3, West Lyon, and the defending champs in the 1 seed this year, the Meter Bulldogs, in this state championship Friday. Hello, everybody. Paul Yeager along with Laura Leonard. We get you ready now for this contest. Last year, Laura, we sat here and talked about Meter. They won the title. They're the defending champ. But it's West Lyon tonight that gets to play the role of spoiler. New experience for them. They won 2 games 50 years ago. Now they're trying to win their first title. Does that mean there's pressure on them?
There's probably a little pressure, but they seem very loose. We've been watching them in warm-ups, and they seem to be just very fine with the whole situation. Moment's not too big for them, but they've had a record-setting season, and they just need to rely upon that and the experiences they've had through the regular season and bring that on to this championship field.
The last time West Lyon was here in the tournament, none of these girls were even born. It was back in 2004. This is the program record for wins and hits. They have 8 different players who've had multiple hit games at state. Ella Langenhorst, you are gonna love watching her play. I know Laura has. She's been fun to watch behind the plate, and her pitcher isn't too bad either, Jersey Hoff, 504 strikeouts. That is a great combo, Laura.
It is a really good combo. Makes them strong up the middle, and their defense has been really solid all tournament long as well.
How about that defending champion team? You know, is it any different than last year?
Yeah, a little bit, but yes, they had 7 players that played in that game a year ago, so they're a young-old team, or an old-young team, however you want to put it. They've got young pitching this year, so they're relying on those arms, but they have had to rely on the defense at times and the offense at times, but it was the pitching that got them into this game. They relied on that pitching in the semifinal game.
But let's not forget the hitting either. Ava Hohenadel, 11 home runs, including one that got him in and advanced here in the tournament. The flag is blowing with a wind. It's 7 miles an hour out of the south-southeast. It's 84 degrees, feels like 89. Feels like a championship Friday. The clouds are taking over, the sun is still out, and now it's time as we get ready to meet the 2 teams. They are gonna head out. Meter is in their white pinstripes, and West Lyon from far northwest Iowa there in Lyon County. It is going to be fun to see these 2 teams play. We need to meet them, and that's part of the state tournament lore as we will meet the team in just a moment.
Fans, if I could have your attention, please. The Character Counts Coach of the Year Award honors a worthy recipient who embodies the 6 pillars of character: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. Rather than spotlight winning records and isolated acts of heroism or generosity, the award was conceived to recognize individuals whose coaching lives and achievements demonstrates an enduring commitment to any or all of the following qualities associated with good character. Presenting this year's award is Scott Racker and Chuck Long, along with IGHSAU Executive Director Aaron Gerlich. The 2025 recipient of the Character Counts Coach of the Year is Fort Dodge softball coach Andy Adams. In recognition of this honor, A $1,000 cash award will be made to the Fort Dodge Athletic Department to further enhance character development initiatives. Andy has been the head softball coach at Fort Dodge High School for 25 years. Andy previously coached at Fort Dodge St. Edmund and Eldora New Providence and holds an overall career record of 850 wins, 353 losses, making her the second winningest female coach in Iowa history. She has led teams to 16 state tournament appearances in her career. Coach Adams was inducted into the Iowa Girls Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2020, as well as the Webster City and Buena Vista University Halls of Fame in 2011. Her accolades include 2021 Des Moines Register Softball Coach of the Year, 2021 5A Coach of the Year, and multiple honors from the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association. Over 100 of her players have gone on to play collegiate softball, with more than 80 earning all-state honors. Beyond the field, she has led numerous fundraisers and community initiatives in Fort Dodge. Andy and her husband Dan, a teacher and coach at Fort Dodge High School, have 3 children, Jalen, Ty, and Kale. Ladies and gentlemen, the Character Counts Softball Coach of the Year, Andy Adams.
Very deserving for Coach Adams. I mean, we both had great opportunities to talk with her. She is a gem.
Yeah, she really is, and what a great job she's done at all the places that she has stopped in coaching. And excuse me, she is a coach that you really would want to play for. If you were in that school, if you were at Fort Dodge, you'd say, yeah, I want to go out and play softball for her.
You get fired up when you hear her speak to her players or in the media or just having conversations. She tells you like it is, and that is very much appreciated.
Yeah, she does not hold back at all, and you're right, you appreciate that, and I think you would appreciate that as being one of her players as well.
Well, I want to know, and well, her daughter has also played here, and so that's been kind of fun for her as well. If you, we don't want you to miss a minute of today's championship action. You can catch all of the live stream today. We are on YouTube as well as iowapbs.org as we are live streaming this event. If you want to go back and watch any of those past games, you can do so. You can do so at any moment. Go back and watch all those classic games. Would you say we had an instant classic in the game from before?
We did. We had an instant classic, and it was a quick game. It was well played. It was back and forth. It was exciting, and it was one of those games where you go, wow, this is why I really like softball.
Good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome to Rogers Sports Complex and this 2A championship game between the West Lyon Wildcats and the Meter Bulldogs. It's time to meet our teams. First of all, the visitors from West Lyon. Here are the Wildcats, your non-starters. Number 13, Hadley Vandersanden. Number 14, Avery Schoening. Number 18, Mara Beeler. Number 21, Brooke Poppins. Number 22, Bella Kramer. And number 28, Taya Christie. Your assistant coach is Taylor DeYoung. Now, here's your starting lineup. For the Wildcats of West Lyon, leading off, doing the catching, number 12, Ella Langenhorst. Batting second, in center field, number 2, Leah Blowett. Batting third, doing the pitching, number 5, Jersey Hoff. Cleanup hitter for the Wildcats at third base, number 10, Reese Kramer. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 23, Braylon Childress. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 19, Caitlin Baronscott. Batting seventh in left field, number 3, Mallory Cook. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 4, Jessa Selesky. And batting in the ninth position, the right fielder, number 15, Lucy Dorneweird. Head coach for the Wildcats, Alexis Severson. And now let's meet the team from Van Meter. Here are the Bulldog non-starters. Number 1, Ashlyn Small. Number 2, Lily Lindsay. Number 3, Lainey Newhart. Number 5, Delaney Lifetog. Number 6, Jilly Wasmensky. Number 7, Audrey Barr. Number 9, Ivy Vaught. Number 10, Johanna Williams. Number 16, Mallory Young. Number 21, Bristol Webb. Number 22, Kat Shepard. Number 23, Ella Fennessy. Number 25, Emma Day. And number 27, Lydia Thummel. Your assistant coaches, Josh Flaws, Hillary Ullman, Emily Block, and Jordan Vilhauer. And now here's your starting lineup for the Bulldogs of Van Meter, leading off and playing shortstop number 12, Finley Netton. Batting second in left field, number 11, Maddie Schnell. Batting third, doing the catching, number 17, Callie Richards. Cleanup hitter for the Bulldogs, the designated player, number 24, Ava Hohenadel. Batting fifth at second base, number 20, Hallie Corrados. Batting sixth in right field, number 4, Bianca Prickett. Batting seventh at third base, number 32, Mara Corrados. Batting eighth at first base, number 18, Alice Ruggles. And batting in the ninth position, doing the pitching, number 13, Annie Netton. And your flex player in center field, number 14, Katie Vaught. Head coach for the Bulldogs is James Flaws. And now, fans, turn your attention to the home plate area. The umpires assigned to this championship contest by the IGHSAU are first base, Terry Giuffretti. Third base, Carl Woldridge. And calling the balls and strikes, Jeff Osborne. All right, who's ready to win a state championship?
Everybody's dressed in blue. They're hoping to be pretty happy in a little bit if we can get this game going. As we have the starting defense for your defending champ Van Meter Bulldogs. They're 33-2. Maddie Schnell, Katie Vaught, Bianca Prickett in your outfield. At first, Alice Ruggles. Second is a Hallie Corrados. Finley Netton at short, and Mara Corrados. Your battery is Annie Netton and Callie Richards. That defense, you can't make a lot of errors here at the state championship games, and when you have good pitch people in the circle, and it is starting pitching here for Van Meter.
Yeah, it is, and Netton, one of the young pitchers that they have relied upon. She's gotten a lot of innings here at the state tournament. Van Meter is number 2 in the 2A in fielding percentage, so they don't make a lot of errors.
That's Annie Netton, number 13, getting the start in this contest, which is different than we thought maybe we'd see Womansky. She pitched earlier, the sophomore. Here's the West Lyon batting order. Langenhorst, Blauett, Hoff, Kramer, Childress, Barrett, Scott, Cook, Soliski, and Dorneweir due up. And the keys to the game, Laura?
Yeah, for West Lyon, don't get caught up in the moment. They just need to play their game. And I'd have to say, the way they were acting before this game started, they are not caught up in this big moment. And they need to flush any mistakes that they have. If they have one, move on to the next one.
Annie Netton's first pitch at 5:13 is a ball. In this Class 2A state championship contest, here's Van Meter's keys, Laura.
Well, they want to get off to a fast start. They have gotten behind in both of their games up here at the tournament. They do not want to do that and can't do that against this West Lyon team, and then they need to have that next pitch mentality. They have to go, again, kind of the same thing. You got to flush the mistakes, next pitch mentality, and that's big, I think, for both of these teams.
Ella Langenhorst pops it up behind short. Finley Netton there for the first out of the inning.
She's got up underneath that one, and Netton covering a lot of ground, and she's just been solid at that shortstop position for many years for Van Meter.
Leah Blauett now bats for West Lyon. And that is a strike. according to Jeff Osborne, home plate umpire.
We talked a little bit about this Van Meter team, that they're an old young team. We see the young in the circle here, and you've got the experience behind her. And at times, Coach Flaws said, you know what? We've relied on our bats, and that has won us games. We have relied on our defense. That has won us games. And that has helped this young pitching staff grow as the season has gone on. Pitching staff has stepped up big here at the state tournament.
No bigger than putting an 8th grader out there in Annie Netton.
Yeah, how about that?
Ground ball through. Past a diving Finley Netton, and Blauett on with a 1-out hit.
Looked like the infield was in just a little bit, and that one sneaks by the outstretched glove of Netton.
And that'll put on Blauett at first. She looks across. Jersey Hoff, starting pitcher for West Lyon, now up. 3rd spot in the order. First pitch high. Hoff headed to Iowa Central, play here in Fort Dodge, but on the other diamond for home games. On the season, a .413 hitter and 6 round trippers.
You know, this West Lyon team is just a team that will string singles together. Yes, they have the power, but they do a good job of setting the table and being able to put runners on and then let the power come through. But they, as we said, it's a record-setting year for them. Set a school record as far as base hits, singles. And that's what you want to do here to start this ball game. Get some runners on, see if you can move them around.
Maybe jump on the first pitch.
Boy, we saw that in the last game.
The 3-0 coming to Hoff is a strike. Alexa Severson there in her 2nd year has played here. She was at Boyden Hull. That's hit in the air on the 3-1 pitch. Back goes Prickett, makes the grab. Going back to first is Blauett, and there's 2 away. Reese Kramer to bat now for Van Meter, a .323 hitter. Driven in 21 runs, and usually there's somebody on ahead of her. That's what that 4 spot's supposed to do, and looks at a first pitch, missed the zone.
You know, Netton's getting by right now. She's not hitting her spots. She's gotten behind in a couple of the hitters in the count, but she's come back with really good pitches to get the outs. That one got away from her. I had to flinch on that one. It was coming right at us.
I'm sitting there listening to you say about, you know, maybe not hitting her spots, and as you said the word spot, that ball just went up.
She heard
I'm like,
me.
that's coming at us.
Said, I'm going to hit you. Show you the spot.
You gotta just, you know, right there.
She got it.
Our vantage point here behind home, thank you. And that one misses. She's not missing those spots by much, though, Laura.
No, and in the first inning, you kind of have to figure out where is this umpire's zone, and you start and you work your way. You start out as far as you think you can get it, and then you have to work your way in.
The 3-0 is a strike, just like she did to Blauett. She goes 3-0 and then 3-1. So the script is supposed to be Kramer puts it in play somewhere. The 2 away, runner at second is Blauett. The batter is Kramer. Chopped in the middle. It's going to be a tough one. Quick throw is dropped and a run scores. Blauett comes around to get the game's first run on Kramer, who goes right up the middle. Kind of hard for Netton to get that cleanly out.
It looked like she might have trapped that over there at first, and you keep running, meaning that there's 2 out in this ball game. You keep the runners moving around, and Blauett just comes in, cruising in, as Ruggles trying to hold it there and get the out over at first.
They rule that a hit. So West Lyon strikes first. Runners at the corners. or a runner at first is Kramer. Braylon Childress, who had a home run earlier in the tournament this week. Confident player, helps everyone remain lighthearted in pressure situations. Maybe not super pressure, just maybe a little anxiety right now in this first inning. Hits it, foul down the right field line sharply. Assistant Coach DeYoung down there, I'm not gonna move. Taylor just held.
You know, that run that was scored, it was kind of like, oh, by the way, we just scored a run.
Yeah.
And everybody, there was a little confusion because they were waiting for the call over there at first, and the run comes across.
That's hit to right, and that's gonna go down and gonna be cut off by Prickett. Going to third is Kramer, and now runners, there's a little bit of a rundown. Let's see if Van Meter bites. They don't. Ball's back in the circle. Childress with a hit to right. And there's runners at first and third with 2 outs. 1 already in for West Lyon. And already emerging from the dugout is James Flaws out to the circle.
Hey, right here, we're gonna go 6. Okay, we're gonna throw a fastball out. Okay, 1-5. If she steals, we're gonna throw her out. Okay, hey, we're moving on. Let's go. We're moving on. We're moving on. We gotta go next play. Let's go. Let's go. Dogs on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We'll move on.
They've hit on both the keys so far. Number one, don't fall behind. That was, you know, get off to a fast start. They have not had their opportunity at the plate yet, so, but they've already fallen behind. The other thing was next play mentality. Let's move on, and he talked about that. So they're going to try to throw the runner out here if she tries to steal, is what the play they have on, it sounded like.
Callie Richards, the veteran catcher, going to let her see what she can do. Showing bunt is Barrett Scott. They throw all the way down to second. The throw is in time, out. And the play works just as it's drawn up, Laura.
Well, and they gave her a pitch that she could handle. She was already scooting out to the right side of the plate, out onto the outer part of the corner. They gave her a great pitch to handle, and look at that gun. She got it down there in enough time.
And even Kramer slid past the bag. I don't think she thought they would necessarily throw down to get her, but we have seen some of those. Hey, we've already let one in. What's another run, I guess, if you have confidence in your bats?
Well, and you maybe want her to stop halfway, too, as well, and try to get in that rundown if they threw it down.
So West Lyon scores first, and now they will go out and play defense here with Cook, Blauett, and Dorneweerd in right. Kramer at third, Childress at short, Saliski at second, Barron Scott at first. And it's Jersey Hoff and Ella Langenhorst, the battery. As we talk about Jersey Hoff, second straight game with a pitcher named Jersey. What's this one do?
She's got a little bit of a rise ball. I think all pitchers nowadays have a rise ball and have perfected it. She's got a good curve ball. She is going to be in and around the zone. Good strikeout to walk ratio. Does not walk a whole lot of hitters.
There are times that she can get in and out of trouble, and let's see what she can do with this lineup. This is a tough one. Finley Netton, Maddie Schnell, Richards, Hoanato, Corrados, Prickett, then it's Mara Corrados, Ruggles, and then Annie Netton to bat. Van Meter, just west of the Des Moines area. West Lyon from far northwest Iowa. As we do battle here in the 2A, Finley Netton leads things off, hitting .413. First pitch low. Van Meter beat East Marshall and West Fork to get here. They had to walk it off against West Fork in the semis. Second pitch to Netton is a strike. Netton in her ripped pants, Laura.
Yeah, you can see, I asked her about that. I said, now, are you going to change pants for the championship game? Is somebody going to sew those up? And she said, nope, going same pants. We've had them that way all season long. I've got sliding shorts on under, and you can kind of see she's got those sliding shorts on underneath. She goes from the top of my knee all the way up to my hip so I don't get those strawberries. But they are several players on that team that have big holes in the back of their uniform pants just like that from being on the bases, stealing bases, and this team will steal a lot of bases.
She's already dirty from just warm-ups and diving after things, so Finley Netton bats with the 2-2 count. And you also can't mess with what got you there, right? 2-2's floated high, count goes full.
Yeah, I said, so you're going to go same uniforms? And she goes, yeah, we're going to go same. I go, you're going to wash them, right? And she goes, well, we're going to wash them. They're kind of smelly and sweaty right now, but we're going to leave them as is. And I said, I get it. I mean, there's all these kinds of superstitions and things that you do throughout the season that you kind of feel as a player help you get through the season, help you get that extra win maybe, help you get that extra hit, so you don't mess with that mojo.
And there's the screaming dugout to our left. They're all up on the fence trying to cheer on Finley Netton here. That pitch is floated just out of the zone, and it's a leadoff walk for the senior.
Well, they went with the off speed, and it just missed. And a good, patient at bat by Netton, very smart. Didn't go after that pitch. It was inviting, but held back.
Inviting, I like that. Good phrase. Maddie Schnell shows bunt, pulls it back. Langenhorst throws down to first, and oh my goodness, that throw was in the perfect spot, and it just fell out of the glove of Seliski.
I'm not sure Netton didn't hear Seliski come back in behind, and she was trying to bait that throw, and then all of a sudden I think she heard footsteps and hustled back.
Schnell shows bunt. The throw down to second is into center field. Blauwit gets it back, and now Netton on in scoring position with the stolen base. And she is slow to get up.
You get a really good look at the jump. This throw, it sails on Langenhorst, but a good backup by Blauwit out in center field. And you're right, Netton just a little, she's grabbing that shoulder. Might have come in kind of hard into second base on that head first slide.
And they appeal if she left early. Terry Giffretti says no. So Netton will stay at second. And now she's going to flip over to the right side after she showed bunt on the first two pitches. The pitch from Hoff. Langenhorst chases down. Netton throws behind. And that's going to be into center field, and that's going to be a run to tie the game.
Well, they just stole that run, is what they did right there. And when you have a runner that comes out that far on second base and nobody was there, nobody was coming in to cover, so she knew she had time to get back, and then when they snuck in behind, you don't throw behind that runner because she is going to take off and go to third, and that's exactly what she did. That's smart base running, and they stole that run right back.
Schnell from the left side again. Looks at a strike.
You want to run straight at that base runner and make her commit one way or the other. And they didn't do that. And she was able to bait them into throwing behind her.
Comebacker to Hoff for the out. Langenhorst is not a natural catcher. She's going to likely play third when she goes to South Dakota State here in a month, doing whatever the team needs to play. But been solid. She's made great plays all tournament. In fact, I think she did one of the exact same things that Van Meter did in the inning and throw down to end a rally on a first-third play. So they have confidence in her to make defensive plays as well, as Callie Richards, the catcher for Van Meter, now digs in and is ahead 1-0.
Well, and they were oh so close to picking off Netton at first base.
Yeah.
A game of inches, as we always talk about, and that one was, they get that throw in there and glove it cleanly. She's out, and they don't have the runner on base to come around and score and tie it up.
Callie Richards headed to DMAC to study vet management. Waves the bat, looks in at the 1-1 high. Coach says high softball IQ. Callie, her own person. She has been a leader on this team for years. The 2-1. Hit hard to Hoff, who snags that thing just out of self-defense.
That's why those pitchers wear those face masks, because occasionally they get a shot right back up the middle like that, and ready to go. She had that glove in position, and it got on her in a hurry, but she got the glove up.
On Jersey Hoff's left ear. If it's on her right ear, it's a base hit.
That one makes the heart rate go up a little bit.
Ooh, yeah. First pitch to Ava Hohenadel is a ball. 2 outs, tied at 1 here in the first. And Hohenadel looks down at Coach Flaws.
Had the game-winning RBI the other night in the semifinals. Just pounded that ball into the ground. They were able to push that run across to win it and move on.
447 on the season, 11 home runs. It's come up in a lot of situations with teammates on base. She bats with the bases empty here in the first, but she's up 3-0, and that pitch is a strike. Van Meter appears, Laura, to be a little more patient at the plate. They're willing to work counts. That pitch is out, and it's ball 4. Hohenadel on with a 2-out walk.
Well, we saw last night, you know, these pitchers have pitched. This will be their 3rd game in a short amount of time, where Van Meter has split their pitching duties. And so they have fresh arms in that dugout. And so I think, you know, Van Meter can afford to be patient at the plate. And they usually are a patient hitting team. They're smart up there at the plate, know what they're looking for, and take their time.
Hallie Corrados, 375 this season. Headed to Grandview.
You can see Hoff, she's looking at that armband and she's shaking off the dugout saying, nope, I know what I'm throwing well.
And right there, it works.
And, you know, it's one of those things where, as a pitcher, you know what stuff is working well for you on this particular day. And if the coaches are calling something, you have the right to shake them off. Boy, there's a shot right back up the middle.
And that's going to be a hit for Corrados. Hallie moves the runners up and joins her on base. 2 on with 2 outs here in the first.
Base hit for Corrados. Moves Hohenadel to second. That'll bring up the right fielder, number 4.
Coach says she's tough with 2 strikes. She just proved it there. And it's Bianca Prickett now, also headed to Grandview.
You know, being a good 2-strike hitter, that's just being a smart hitter and a situational hitter, knowing what to look for, maybe shorten up the swing a little bit.
And it's a strike, first pitch, known as a slapper. Kind of full-time and working or doing that this year. Let's see what she can slap in here, down 0-1.
Yeah, she's really adjusted to that, has gone full-time to the slapping, and it's kind of a difficult thing to learn, but she's worked very hard on it and has become very good in that left side of the box.
The 0-2 coming to Prickett. Fouls it away on a pitch up and out. But the slappers, don't they like those higher pitches? Isn't that something they want to hit?
You know, yes, and I think because they can handle it, they can take it to the opposite field. They just handle the bat so well that they can see the ball, they can put it down, they know, kind of can get a good read of, do you lay it down, do you punch it through, can you drag it, see where the defense is playing. They just know how to handle the bat.
The 1-2 misses. And Jeff Osborne says it was out. The 2-2 now from Hoff. Fouled away again. Prickett 2 of 4 in the quarterfinal. Had a hit in the semifinal. Hit here would give her team the lead in the first. Swing and a miss. They'll throw down to first just to make sure. The strikeout goes 2-3, and that's the third out of the first inning. Van Meter gets a run, though, to pull even, so we're back to 1-1. If you want to know how everyone fared in the tournament, well, here they are. Van Meter beat East Marshall, then West Fork beat Durant. Then West Lyon on the bottom side of that bracket knocked out Cascade, and Louisa Muscatine survived a late charge from West Monona before Van Meter and West Lyon advanced. In the third place game, Louisa Muscatine beat West Fork 5-3. And that is how the brackets fared. And if you want to join us on Facebook and X, if you want to post something, use the hashtag IowaPBSSports. Send us a tweet, an X, an Insta post. Hop in on that conversation.
Look at everybody's busy in the stands posting.
Yep. They're like, Laura Leonard is awesome yet again. And that's Leonard.
Pretty sure you're not going to find that anywhere.
I know you're not going to find something else said here. All right, so it's West Lyon. Barron Scott, Cook, and Soliski do up 1-1 as we move to the second here. The Wildcats and the Bulldogs. And it's back to Annie Netton. First pitch high, ball one.
We talked about Van Meter being that old, young team, and they are going to lose a lot of quality players. A shot right back up the middle by Barron Scott. But they're going to be in good hands, I think, with this pitching staff that they have to build around next year after they graduate all of their seniors. So Van Meter is going to be a team that's going to have a nice little nucleus of pitching to start adding those extra pieces.
Have a sophomore, have an 8th grader, a lot of veterans that have come and played in the state tournament here. Well hit to right, and it is on the nose to right field. Prickett catches, throws it back in. A little bit of a congested area there at first with Barron Scott getting back as Cook is retired on the fly out to right.
Good solid contact again, and I think Prickett saw right away that Barron Scott was off a little further and hustling to get back. And you're right, there was a lot of traffic right over there by first base.
And now it's the freshman, Jessa Soliski. Had a home run in the quarterfinals. Looks at a first pitch strike. 3 for 3 in that quarterfinal. Coach Severson clapping and encouraging. Swing through on that one, and now Soliski down 0-2. She's a .257 hitter. Really kind of came on here second half of the year. She's coming back from an ACL injury last year. And swings at a pitch up and in for the first strikeout of the game for Annie Netton and the second out of the second.
This has got great location. That one is really hard to catch up to. Up and in, really hard to make any kind of contact with a pitch like that.
Netton will now face Lucy Dorneweird. Lays off the first one. On the season, a .347 hitter. 20 runs batted in. Trying to give her team the chance to take the lead back here in the second. The 1-0 is a strike.
The coach says that she is a hitter at the plate at free and relaxed, very confident in that number 9 spot.
Ooh, that one was even closer to us.
I didn't flinch as much as I did on the last one.
That's because that one wasn't at you. That one was, it almost got Chris right there. Closer to me or him? I think it was closer to me. The 1-2 coming now from Netton. Up high. And Richards fakes the throw. Back down at Barrett Scott.
I don't know if you want to test Richards. I think she's ready and itching to throw if you get a little too far off base.
Richards' sister Bailey played for Van Meter when they won a title. Went on to play collegiately, doing some coaching. That pitch is fouled away. Callie loves the game, and as we talked about with her leadership, and you know, that catcher spot's always the natural leader spot. You are calling out plays. You're always in on everything. You just good to have a veteran back there in control. She flashes the sign to Netton. That one's hit in the air, playable in center. Getting the glove up and catching it is Katie Vaught, and that is the inning for West Lyon. They get one on, but they strand Barron Scott at first. And next year, this tournament, Laura, is going to look pretty different because the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union is going to the double elimination format. The city of Fort Dodge is committed to enhancing Rogers Park to accommodate those changes. Now, renovations over the next 5 years are going to be 5 championship fields and press boxes, more parking, infrastructure changes. The funding will come from the city, Iowa Central Community College, and Visit Fort Dodge. That is a look at the what now we call the Consolation Diamonds, Yankee Wrigley Fenway, where they play a lot of games earlier in the week, but not today. They play here in the other diamond for the consolation game. And it'll look different, and it'll be different to cover. There'll be more games, but there's coaches that have told me, hey, it could be 10 o'clock on a Monday morning, and by 11:30 our season's done. I don't know. What do you think of the double elimination?
I kind of like it. I kind of like it. That's you know what we see at the College World Series, and you know what, I like the fact. Yes, there's the element of the fact that it's a one and done right now, and you have to be playing your best softball. You have to play your best softball all the time, but if you get an opportunity to come back through a loser's bracket and come back into that championship game, I think that's kind of the trend, and that's what we're seeing at the upper levels as well. And I do kind of like the fact that they're going to try it and see what happens. And you know what? It may be great, and they continue on with it, and it may not, and they have to make adjustments.
Mara Corrados, 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch is swung on a miss. All right, I'm not going to totally poke a hole in your theory, but I'm going to just present this. What about the Pella Dutch, last night's 4A state champion, the 8 seed? Is a double elimination hurt them, help them? Or does it help the 1 seeds more than it helps the 1 seed?
It helps the 1 seed. I mean, because now the 1 seed gets an opportunity to play their way back through. I mean, it wouldn't have affected the Pella Dutch in that 8 seed because they just went boom, boom,
Kept
boom.
winning. All they did is win.
All they did was win. And so and I don't know, and this is something that we can ask Aaron Gerlich, if you have to beat that team coming out of the loser's bracket twice, and I don't think you do. I think it's just going to be the winner coming out of that loser's bracket and playing the winner that has come all the way through the other bracket. That's a great location on that pitch, too.
Corrados out on strikes. It's now Alice Ruggles. Pella Dutch win the softball championship and the baseball championship then today. And that pitch is off the plate to Alice Ruggles as we had a little bit of look at some of the ink up on her arm. A lot of energy from this one, that's for certain. And everybody's got different meanings now. We've got some that tied to a relative, some tied to a special moment. little personal expression. Maybe not quite what Carrie Eby had on last night. And I know Brad talked a little bit about that during the broadcast. And certainly a form of expression that is very popular right now and kind of fun to see what everybody comes up with as the count runs to 3-0 on Ruggles.
I'm kind of all for the ones that you can put on and then wash off later on. That's kind of my style.
Not quite ready to commit.
Not ready to commit.
Walk down to first. You're trying to set me up for the State Fair tees already, aren't you?
I am.
You
Those are great.
Pick up all sorts of things at Varied Industries. Annie Netton now will bat. The starting pitcher for this game, the 8th grader. 1-1 here in the second. Van Meter with 1 on, 1 out. You never know what'll be at the Iowa PBS booth. Stop and see us just inside the north entrance of Varied Industries.
Maybe some tattoos.
Maybe some tattoos.
All right, you better save some of those for me.
All right, I can do that. You can sleeve up. I know there's also a couple of cool things that are going to be there. I don't think I'm supposed to say what's at the booth yet. You just have to come by and see us. The 2-0. But let's just say it's championship worthy at the booth. Is that enough of a tease?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it's not, but it's not edible. It's not something made out of chocolate.
You do need a little bit of a break though from eating at the fair. So that's a good place to stop.
The 2-1 is bunted down. Nice one. Netton is going to be safe at first. Run gets away, runs into right. This is going to score a run. Here comes Ruggles. The throw, cut off at third. Annie Netton, a bunt, and she drives in a run. 2-1, Van Meter.
The bunt is laid down perfectly, and the throw just gets away from Siliski. All the way out into right field, and you keep them going. And Ruggles comes in to score, and Netton standing over there at third.
2-1. The defending champs have a lead. Second error of the game charged to West Lyon. So the future UNI Panther, Finley Netton up, the sister of Annie. Netton wants to study elementary ed. She's a state track champion, 3-sport athlete, really wants to make the most of it. She asks for time and steps away. Looks down again at the signs at James Floss. If the game goes long enough, we may do Floss family trivia. If you can name everybody in that family that coaches softball. Chopper off the chest of Childress. She blocked it. And another run scores for Van Meter. Netton comes home on the ball put in play by Finley.
This one was so hard hit, and it just glances off the shoulder of Childress. She got there, but that ball kind of had some funny spin, went off of her shoulder, and it was going to be tough to throw out Netton anyway.
Maddie Schnell now shows bunt, pulls it back. They're going to throw down to second, and going back to first is Finley Netton. That time, Langenhorst threw in front of the runner to push her back. And now all of a sudden Van Meter might just be shifting into another gear as they try to speed things up here a little bit.
They average 10 runs a game, and they only give up right around 2. So they're a team that can explode at any moment and put a ton of runs up on the board, and they do such a good job on the base pass. They really bait that defense into throwing at them, throwing behind them, making them make that throw, and that's what Netton's trying to do over at first base.
The 2-0. Netton running, the throw, good one. Gets by. And now Van Meter has another run in scoring position on the 3-0 count.
kind of a double-edged sword over there at shortstop. Childress having to stay in her position, but trying to get over to second base to cover somebody as quick as Netton. So you're trying to stay as long as you can in position, but as soon as you see her going, you've got to release and get over there, and that is so hard to time.
The 2-1 is hit in the air right around the plate. Langenhorst throws the mask, reaches up, makes the play for out number 2.
Langenhorst doing a great job of locating right away, got rid of the mask, got in the perfect position, facing the ball as it was coming down, pulled it in.
That'll bring up catcher Callie Richards.
Now Richards, they throw to third, in behind, and they just keep.
They were ready for that because Richards came up. She was going to step into the left side batter's box. Coach had her turn around and go to the right side. He likes to do that, put that runner or the hitter on the right side to block the vision and give the runner a little bit of an advantage. But West Lyon was ready for that.
And now Richards is down to her last strike here. The 0-2 coming to Callie Richards from Jersey Hoff. The pitch. High. And again, Finley, just again. I see this in youth softball a lot, this type of action. And if you can make good plays, you can sometimes get that out. 1-2 on the way. Hit at short. Fielding it is Childress across the diamond. Gets the out, but not before Van Meter gets another run. Yeah, it's 3-1 as we finish up here in the second. But the 2 errors might be a little harder to overcome, but good pitching so far from Annie Netton. What are you seeing here, Laura?
Boy, look at that stretch that she has as she comes off the rubber. And then different grips, different spin on the ball. For being an 8th grader, she's got a lot of pitches, and she's going to be good as she gets a little bit older, a little bit stronger.
I just want to let you know on August 24th at 2 p.m. at the Iowa PBS Studios in Johnson, we're going to have a special event to celebrate the 50th season of Market to Market. We will be there, the whole team. We'll host a live MTOM podcast discussion. We'll be in the Maytag Auditorium. You can visit with some of the program's market analysts, talk you through the years of the program. Visit iowapbs.org/events for more details. Look forward to seeing you there on August 24th. Going to have a fun program. And the 50th season lookbacks have been a lot of fun this year, Laura. Hard to believe. You know, Saturday Night Live, Market to Market, you know, it's all the same thing, 1975.
I think of them as one and the same.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, our first host, Dan Aykroyd.
I was going to say, you've been there for all 50 years of that Market to Market?
No, but coming up on 15 years with the program, 5 as host. So Brooke Holsdorf in today, and you can watch that show if you missed it. You won't see it on our air because we have softball, but you can watch it online on Iowa PBS or on our YouTube channel. There, I think I crossed all of the promotional thresholds right there, Laura.
That's why you're the host.
Yes. Traffic cop, as I like to call it sometime. And right now, it's sped up a little bit. Let's see what West Lyon could do. They've give up a couple of runs and a couple of errors there in the second. And it's top of the order, Ella Langenhorst. She holds the school's career record in home runs. She's going to be a jackrabbit. Let's see what she does with the bat this time. That one's up at her head. She ducks down for ball 2. Langenhorst, Laura, when we had a chance to talk to her after the semifinal game, you know, emotion is all part of things, but she was very caught up in this, I can't believe we're in the state championship moment. I mean, there was a lot going on in her mind, I think.
I think it affects these players differently. I think some have built up an expectation in their mind of what it would be like when they get to that championship game. And I think a lot of times it exceeds what they have even envisioned or dreamt about when they get up to Fort Dodge and have the opportunity to play for a state championship. And we ask them all the time, how, what are your thoughts? How do you feel about this? And
nice play by Netton across, but not in time to get a hustling Langenhorst. That'll make the emotions feel a little bit better. You can leg that out.
And Ruggles is hurt. She went down into complete splits. And hopefully she didn't pull anything as she was trying to stretch out to receive that throw. And this is a great play up the middle. Netton gets that from her knees. And then look at the stretch there. Oof. By Ruggles.
22, courtesy for the catcher.
So Bella Kramer will come in. Wow.
Boy, just couldn't glove it cleanly. Otherwise, they would have had her. And I think she needs to walk that one off. That.
Good.
Well, if you can walk.
If you can
After,
now.
It's a hustle. It's going to have to give her a moment.
I think I saw you stretching like that before we went on air.
Got to keep the blood flowing. That's what they, keep moving, keep stretching. That's one of those things you do at that position, do have to sometimes have that flexibility to do that exact play.
And you're right. And I think you practice it, but you don't have to break it out very often. And when you do, you might not be as stretched out as you think you are, but she seems to be okay. But that one is certainly going to stretch all the muscles and the tendons and the ligaments, and she may feel that tomorrow.
Yeah. Might not hurt as much if they win.
That's not going to hurt at all if they win.
The pitch to Blauett is high for a ball. Leah Blauett had a single back in the first, scored the first run for West Lyon. She grabs on that light blue and gray batting gloves. That pitch is high, dare I say baby blue.
Yeah, I think you can.
And then the pink bow, you got to have the pink.
You know what? A lot of these teams have incorporated the color from the girls' union of pink into their wardrobe, into their uniforms.
The 3-0 is a strike. And Netton battles back. Pink bows, pink ribbons, towels, shoes, socks, bases.
Glitter.
Glitter. Glitter bomb. The 3-1. That one is a ball, and there's two aboard now for Jersey Hoff.
Time.
Blauett with the base on balls. Kramer moves to second. That'll bring up the pitcher, Jersey.
Now you're kind of in a little bit of a dilemma here.
Blauett dancing down there at first. She was excited to be there. What's your dilemma?
Well, you've got Jersey Hoff up. Got nobody out. You got runners first and second. Do you want to move those runners? Do you want to give up a hitter as good as Hoff to move two runners into scoring position, let her swing away, being that you have one runner in scoring position?
She's third in the 2A qualifiers in RBI. I think you're going to, but if it was 3-2 and we were in the sixth, I think it's different. I think in the third,
yeah.
you're probably swinging away, maybe. That pitch is off the plate or get you to chase. You're not supposed to put me in these hard pickles. That's what I do to you.
Just directing traffic here.
The 3 or the 1-1 is hit high in the air, deep to left, up, over, and out. That's a 3-run homer for Jersey Hoff.
That's why you don't bunt her, right there, right? That's why you don't bunt her. Let her swing away, and she produces.
No doubt off the bat, a Jersey Hoff. Got the hands extended, the bat head out, and all Maddie Schnell could do was just say hi to the fans in left field as they chase that ball down to give to her parents. Oof. It's a good shot. Not the biggest one we've seen all week, but it doesn't matter. Just has to get over the fence.
But that one sounded really good coming off the bat, and you knew the minute she connected, it had distance.
So Jersey Hoff, 3-run home run here in the third. I have a feeling we'll see that again before this broadcast is through when we show you highlights later on. Reese Kramer now in for West Lyon. 1 for 1 and a single. As the clouds, plenty overcast here. These blues are popping. Green grass. We've had a lot of rain up here this week. Parking lot's a little wet. The golf course where they hold state cross country flooded yesterday. They couldn't play golf in the morning. We got a circle. I think that's going to be it for Annie Netton.
Oh, I'm not keeping the score.
Want your own mask? Yeah, you guys good? We're good.
We're fixing it right now.
And it looks like Van Meter is going to go with Bianca Prickett. The senior is going to get an opportunity to pitch here.
Well, Van Meter has done it all season long with multiple pitchers. They have not really gone with one the entire season. They have used multiple arms.
And there's Aaron Gerlich delivering the home run ball to the proud parents. They are very close to our eyesight, so I've been watching them put that one on the mantle. Hey, text the mom and dad there and say they were on TV. That is right. He is the one that, yes, he's the one that keeps their book for them. I did notice that earlier this week.
Yeah, I saw him in the semifinals.
That's
sitting
Hoff's
right there.
dad. Okay.
Yeah.
An important part. Yeah, look, he's on TV. Blow up his phone. That's what's fun. All right, so now it'll be Bianca Prickett. She's a senior. This is her 8th appearance on the season. She's thrown 17 innings, given up 4 earned runs, an ERA of 1.65, walked 1, struck out 5. Her record is 4-0 with a save. Big moment, though, right now for Prickett. Down 4-3, but you could... I was going to say it earlier. I just didn't think that any of the Van Meter pitchers were going to get a lot of leash.
Right, and they haven't all tournament long. They've each gone a couple of different innings, and now there's an error to start things off as Prickett comes in.
First pitch hit by Reese Kramer, another error in this contest. And we talked about errors, Laura, and it's like it's state tournament, usually you don't see them, but one coach said, you know, just sometimes there's a lot of nerves and just a lot of different factors. And I said in that conversation, I go, you just got to remember, these girls that you're facing at the state tournament can crush the ball. It is flying when it comes at you.
I mean, you're playing some really good players that can swing the bat very hard, and it gets to you quickly. And yes, I agree, there's nerves. You're playing for a state title, and you may not be as relaxed as you normally are throughout the season. But sometimes something like that might shake you loose, shake the cobwebs out of your head, and then you kind of come back. And two great pitches by Prickett.
And Childress just caught up on that changeup. So when you say, Laura, 17-inning pitch, why would you go with somebody with less experience? Not a lot of tape on her. Not a lot of at-bats to study. There's a strategy there, too, the 1-2. Off the plate, Richards tried to frame that. She did a great sales job trying to get her pitcher that first out of the inning. And Childress will have another chance here. The 2-2 coming. Change up, hit to short, or to second. Corrados gets one. They get the lead runner, which is Kramer, on the fielder's choice.
Kramer out at second on the force, route number 1. That'll bring up first baseman.
So that's just the first out of the inning, though. 3 already in for West Lyon here in the third. First pitch hit right at Corrados. No, the throw is too late. No chance on a double clutch chopper. So Barron Scott, but we did have the force out, sorry. I promise I'm paying attention.
Good job by Corrados. So immediately set the feet, turned, and was going to go to second to get the force. Made a great throw, and they almost turned that double play.
So Barron Scott on with the fielder's choice. There's a look at Mallory Cook. The 0-1. That's low. And now what could have been a ridiculously large inning for West Lyon is now down to 1 on with 2 outs. A couple of great defensive plays to help out Prickett. That pitch is up and in, hit at third again. They go across the diamond. Corrados to Ruggles, out number 3, and what could have been a big inning was still big. West Lyon gets a 3-run homer by Jersey Hoff. They score 3 runs and take a 4-3 lead here in the third.
For the Wildcats.
Hey, we're like our approach play right now, okay? Keep being patient. Don't worry about the score. We're doing 1 pitch at a time, okay? Win that at bat. Win whatever pitch it is. On defense. Dogs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, y'all.
Win the at-bat. That is easier said than done, and it's always a challenge. Jersey Hoff here in the circle. What have we seen so far at her in slow-mo, Laura?
Well, the whip of the arm, boy, she gets a great spin. You can see her try to manipulate that ball, and the way she turns it over, almost knocked her face mask off. She gets such great extension with that arm. It comes right up over her ear. Sometimes sets that face mask a little askew.
Due up for Van Meter, Hohenadel, Corrados, and Prickett. That is 4, 5, and 6. As you look at the on-deck circle, which is just to our left for the home team. As Jeff Osborne clears that plate, we give him the thumbs up. He says, all right, let's play ball. On Friday afternoon, as we are just past 6 o'clock. What fast pace we had in the first game, Laura, has been left behind. This one's a little more of a grind.
This one, I think, you know, probably same amount of base runners, except in that first game, they just scored them quicker. They just got them around the bases a lot quicker, where this has been a little bit more methodical in moving runners around and getting them to home plate, except for the home run.
Right. Hohenadel, who's going to Bryant and Stratton College. I had to look up where that was, and it's in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, I had Wisconsin. I think there's a satellite in Wisconsin.
Oh, I think, you know what? I think you might be right on that.
But I don't know. I mean, there's multiple schools that you could find. I did some searching too, but Wisconsin seemed a little bit more logical.
Yeah.
But
hey, anything's possible. Regardless, she's a great teammate wherever she ends up. Drove in that game-winning run against West Fork. Hot passion for the game, and now trying to get this third going on the right foot for the Bulldogs of Van Meter. Pitch is high, and they'll even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hohenadel's had a really nice tournament. Seeing the ball very well. Coming up in clutch situations, has responded. Hit the ball out of the park. She just does what coach asked her to do. As we'd mentioned, had the game-winning hit to knock in the game-winning run. And all she did was take a nice swing at it and pound it high into the ground and got a high hopper to score the run.
That is the 4th walk issued by Jersey Hoff. And we're going to have the flex for the DP coming in here for Van Meter, which means Katie Vaught is going to run for Hohenadel. And then we'll likely have the re-entry, would be my guess. But I don't want to guess, because the last time I guessed, I don't know we wouldn't have pitched to Hoff, would we?
Right. No, that was me. I said maybe we should bunt her.
4-3 is our score. 0-1 is our count. Maybe if we would. Maybe the next level production is we put, you know, they've got the pitch comm for the catchers. We put in the batters, we talked to them during the game, and then if we would have said bunt, she would have hit that, turned around and looked at it and told us.
A little bat flip and
should
said,
I bunt?
Yeah. Well, you know, when Van Meter gets on base, they're going to try to make things happen. They're going to try to get you to throw, chase them, run at them, try to induce that error if they can. They're going to try anything they can to cause a little chaos.
Induce. What a word to use for the Van Meter coaching staff.
Yeah.
Because their first base coach, Hillary Ullman, is less than a week away from delivering a baby. And she has been at first base every inning here because if your team scores, you stay out. Otherwise, Josh Flaws and her rotate. They score a run, you stay, and she's been out there as the pop-up to Seliski is putting Corrados out. So how do you like that stress? You get married or you're having a baby? It's one of those two.
We've had it all here at the state tournament this year, and I mean, she's close. I mean, I talked to Coach Flaws, and he said, yeah, I mean, could be on Friday.
Yeah.
It could be next week, but she's close. I said, well, we could have a first tournament baby.
And if you're looking at Hillary Ullman going, she looks familiar. She won a state title as a player for Carlisle. Will give birth to her second child, hopefully at the end of this game, not during this game. She's a STEM teacher in the school. We've had a couple of coaches that we're expecting here this week. In fact, we had one game where it was two expecting mothers against each other. The 1-1 coming to Bianca Prickett, who's now the pitcher of record for Van Meter. 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the third. Jersey Hoff looks in, checks the forearm, doesn't shake that off, winds and fires. Swing and a miss, gets, nope, gonna say foul. Gonna say foul. Called right away as it squirted away from Langenhorst.
Just got a piece of that one.
Put in play to short. Childress takes the lead runner out on the toss to Seliski. 2 away.
That one kind of took a high hop right into Childress' chest, and she was able to grab that, turn and threw to a spot, hoping that Seliski would be there, and she was, to get the force.
The pitch to Mara Corrados misses. 0 for 1 today, playing third. Calm, cool. Let's see what she does on 1-0. That one's high.
Maybe they take a chance here, steal a base, try to get a runner in scoring position.
Try to put a little pressure on West Lyon. That pitch is a strike.
I always like to watch the coaches that still do it the old way, give the signals with the indicator and touch the earlobe and whatever.
Shot into right for Corrados. That's going to move the runner to third. And Van Meter always threatening now with 2 outs and 2 on.
Right back up the middle, and you can see Prickett, as she's getting close to second, she picks up Coach Flaws, and he's winding her around. telling her to come over to visit him at third base, and now runners at the corners.
Here we go.
There's a look at Prickett. I'm trying to figure out what is that pounding. It's one of the Van Meters players pounding a softball into the dugout right in front of our microphone. I could not figure out what that noise was. The pitch is out of the plate. 4-3 is our score here in the third. Ruggles, a run scored on a walk, and a splits at first. That pitch is out, and they're just going to concede the base, and Paredes is at second. No throw. Ruggles no stranger to the bunt. Let's see if you squeeze with 2 outs. You come back on a strike from Jersey Hoff. That's what you do if you're West Lyon. And they do just that.
Well, needless to say, this is a huge at-bat here for Ruggles.
And that's a strike.
And she didn't think so. It was on the outer part of the plate, but came with a little authority and a little speed behind it.
Ruggles puts the bat on her shoulder. Kicks it up in the air, the 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air. Going back to grab it is Barrett Scott for the third out. So a couple of runners left on base for Van Meter as we go to the fourth. 4-3 West Lyon in the lead in Class 2A.
Celebrate 50 seasons of Market to Market at Iowa PBS in Johnston on Sunday, August 24th. Enjoy a studio open house with refreshments and a restored tractor display starting at 2 p.m. Then join us at 3 for a live taping of the MTOM podcast, featuring your favorite analysts, stories from the past, and a look at what's ahead. RSVP at markettomarket.org.
On the next Road Trip Iowa, we explored the eastern stretch of Iowa's Lincoln Highway. From America's favorite pastime to the great outdoors,
it feels so funny.
This historic route features small-town charm, natural beauty, and roadside surprises at every turn.
Oh, well, imagine that.
Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. and Saturday at 9 a.m.
IGHSAU.
West Lyon, 4-6-3, leads Van Meter 3-3-1. Right now, the difference is a 3-run homer by Jersey Hoff. Speaking of a home run, Jessa Saliski hit one back on Tuesday. Comes up to bat here in the fourth. First pitch is hit on a line to Finley Netton.
Oh, that's spun out of her glove, and she caught it barehanded. So she was in the right spot.
And a big smile.
Had to go down to a knee, and boy, that hit in the glove and popped out quickly, grabbed it with the bare hand. That's a great play, great awareness. Yep. There it is.
That was not on the transfer. And another hard hit and another line drive catch. Lucy Dorneweird hit it on the nose to Corrados. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
They're hitting it right on the nose, but right at the defenders. Corrados gloves it. 2 to the left side. And I think West Lyon's starting to time the pitching of Prickett. Even though she's been in for a short amount of time, they're starting to tee off on her. They're getting some good solid cuts.
2 outs in the fourth. Ella Langinghorst hits a pop-up on the first pitch. 3-pitch inning. Makes it look easy for Prickett. the West Lyon goes 1, 2, 3. Now Van Meter will come back up to bat. You know what we're gonna do? Should we just re-cue the inning? Show you all 3 pitches?
Yeah, pretty easy.
So quick.
3 pitches, 3 outs. That's the kind of inning that you want to have. Get your team back up to the plate. See if you can get some runners on.
Hold on.
Cause havoc on the base paths.
We have, sorry, I was like, Alexis Severson joins us now, Coach. All right, big hit there from Jersey Hoff.
Yes, big hit.
What did you hear when she made contact on that play?
Yeah, you know, it's funny, her bat broke 2 days ago, and so she's using a brand new bat, and I was giving her flack this morning to see if she would be able to hit it farther than what she has been all year, and I told her that as she was rounding the bases that this was a pitch that she's seen all year, and she took it over the fence.
So did she hit it farther?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of her in the circle?
She's doing great. Yeah, she's staying poised, staying confident in herself, which she's been doing all year. She wants that ball in the circle, and that's exactly where we need her to be.
Coach, thank you so very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alexis Severson, head coach for West Lyon for the Wildcats. They're 30-1. Bat broke 2 days ago.
Yeah, how come they didn't when we're talking to them? Why didn't they give us that inside information?
That would have been new things to turn around and say, oh, I broke my bat, by the way. Well, she told us now.
Now we know.
Now we know. Maybe that was why the team was at one of the sporting goods stores in town.
That could be. Got to find a bat. And nowadays, these bats, I'm telling you, they aren't the old wooden bats that we used to play with. These are very expensive pieces of equipment, and you really become attached to your bat. I mean, it's one of those things, so when you break it, it's kind of devastating.
Annie Netton grounds it hard to Barrett Scott, who smothers it with every part of her body for the unassisted out number 1. So Annie's out. That means Finley's up.
Netton running down that first base line, trying to beat that one out and hit the bag, kept going. Almost ran over Terry Giaffretti, the umpire over there at first base. He stood his ground, though.
Is that why you yelled, Gio, look out?
Yeah, I did. Gio.
First pitch swing and foul by Finley Netton. We'll hear from Coach Flaws after this inning. He's done the mid-game interview before. Last year, state title game. Done it before. The team a couple of years ago, back in 2016. I say a couple of years ago, that's 9 years ago already. That pitch to...
It's their 3rd straight title game.
Yeah.
They won it last year, runner-up in 23.
That year, Regina won. When Regina went back-to-back.
Van Meter is on a 24-game winning streak.
24-game winning streak. And West Lyon had their own streak.
Yeah.
Started the year with 22 wins. That's not easy.
In this day and age of softball, no, it's not easy to have put together a winning streak like that. And when you start the season like that, you know you have something special brewing and kind of start looking forward.
Netton got a hold of that one, gets over the head of Dorna Weird. Netton's digging for 3rd. She's going to make it standing up. And that was a rocket by Finley Netton.
Well, she is the one at the top of the lineup that certainly can get things jump-started for her team, just over the head of Dornaweird. And Netton cruises into 3rd base.
Now give that a triple. Again, back with the hard-hitting balls. It just, boom, it's over you. I mean, even in the outfield, it's moving fast.
When these players connect and get full barrel on ball, they hit it in spine. We just saw that one fly to right field, and it got out there so quickly that even though you get a good jump on it, it's hard to catch up to those.
Maddie Schnell's third at bat here, comes with one out, shows bunt, gets it down, gets it to the pitcher. Hoff, off balance throw, gets away from covering at first. One run's already in, and a runner at second base is going to be Maddie Schnell. So we're tied at 4, and a runner at second, and still just one out for Van Meter. This play got away from everybody in a hurry.
Well, right away, and you've got the speed at third base, so not surprising that they went to the squeeze as Netton was moving on the pitch and was perfectly laid down by Schnell. And once they realized they weren't going to get the run at home.
And that's a hit up the middle by Callie Richards. Waving around and scoring is Schnell, and just like that, Van Meter has the lead back. Callie Richards with a big hit.
Lions get a courtesy for the catcher.
Get the courtesy runner now in. Right back up the middle, good swing. That was a good location of that pitch, and Richards did a good job of going out after it and driving it right back up the middle. And if you think about the play before, if they would have just picked up that squeeze play bunt and not thrown it, runner still would have been on first base, not on second, and you wouldn't have had this extra run score here in this inning. You'd have runners at first and third.
You don't think they would have gotten her at first on a clean catch or a clean throw?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it had enough on it. It was an off-balance throw.
Yeah, that's true. It was. You're right. Hoff did kind of go, try to make that off-balance throw. Ava Hohenadel up, and she crushes it over the head of Reese Kramer into left field. That was hard hit too. And all of a sudden, Van Meter fans, they're making some noise. Their Bulldogs are on the prowl.
That's the way she's been hitting the ball all tournament long. They're starting to see the pitches. That one was a great level swing. Just turned on it and drove it. And that was one that got to Kramer so quickly, she couldn't even get the glove up.
Bunt showed on the change-up pitch to Hallie Corrados. And now I feel like we're back to the pace of that first game all of a sudden. We're hitting first pitches and we're lining things on rockets all over the field. The 0-1 is fouled back into the screen. Two in so far for the Bulldogs. They take the lead back here in the fourth. Each team has had the lead twice. Right now, it's advantage Van Meter. Swing and a miss. Corrados out on strikes. Second strikeout of the game for Hoff.
Well, if you're West Lyon, you want to keep it right here. That one-run deficit, not let any more come in.
Slaps it up into left for a base hit. They're going to wave around a run. It gets away from Cook in left field. The throw to third. And it's another RBI, or it's another run driven in. Bianca Prickett this time gets the honors.
She's come in to pitch, and now she's come in to help herself by knocking in another run.
6-4. Van Meter ahead of West Lyon. Still two outs. Changeup goes high. Van Meter put 3 on the board so far here in this inning. Still threatening with runners at second and first. Hohenadel. We're going to have a conference.
is outside. You love that pitch, right? Get the front side down, get into it, get your hands back, and drive it right side. Okay, we'll score right if you do that. All right, hard ground ball to the middle will work too. All right, be confident, trust your eyes. Okay, fastball's on, let's go.
Ready?
Wants her to take it to the right side, let that ball get in a little bit further, and then take it to the right side. Said, trust your eyes, see that ball.
Trust your eyes. I like that. The 1-1. Hits the fastball to the right side, but it is right at Lucy Dornerweird. Big inning, big inning for Van Meter. They get 3, so they answer the punch from West Lyon on the 3-pitch inning. Goes so quickly for West Lyon at the bat. It gets pretty long for Van Meter. And Coach James Flaws joins us. And Coach, that's a heck of an inning right there you just put together. What worked?
Just wanted good pitches. We jumped on the first pitch that was grooved, I think, a little bit. So we did a good job hitting that first pitch hard, hitting it where it was pitched, hit it hard on lines and on the ground. So that was a big inning for us.
And go back to, in the circle, you make the change, you get a 3-pitch inning. That has to give your new pitcher confidence. Yeah, and it gets our defense engaged a little bit. They were kind of not engaged there for a little bit. I felt like the first couple innings, and they're having to lock in a little bit more, and I felt like B's doing a really good job changing speeds and moving up and down the zone. All right, Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate the time. Yep, thank you. James Floss, 14th year as a head coach, 12th at Van Meter. Should we do it now? Should we do the family tree now? I need to put this in. I need to put this in graphic form. All right, so the assistant coach for James is his cousin, Josh. He has another cousin, Justin, that's a coach. Justin coaches at Carlisle with Father Jim. Jim, now remember, I could name you all the Flaws here if you want. They grew up in Webster City, except for the next generation. James's generation, they grew up in Carlisle. And coaches at Carlisle still, father, cousin. It's very weird that there's not a team with the Flaws here at State. Up the middle go West Lyon's Leah Blowett with a base hit to get things going, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Wildcats. But it's if it's not Carlisle or now Van Meter, it's sometimes somebody else that you get to see in common teams. And it's fun to see some of these teams. There's great programs, Laura. There's so many of them in Iowa, which makes this tournament fun to watch.
Well, and I think that you also have not only the family trees that have branched out, but you have a lot of former players that have come back to coach. And whether it's coaching at their alma mater or coaching at a different school, but they have had success as well. And that's the thing that I think is so great, is that a lot of these former players want to come back and be a part of Iowa girls softball.
Jersey Hoff, let's see if she gets a good pitch here on 1-0. That one's low. The previous pitch, Blowett was able to get down to second. And we've had a few coaches here this week, Laura, that are like, I remember when you played. I remember when you played. And now they are coaching here and they know what the experience is. Alexa Severson, for heaven's sake, the West Lyon coach, she played here for Boyden Hull Rock Valley.
Three
3-0 to Jersey Hoff here in the 5th. That is a strike right down the middle from Prickett. (6-4) is our score. Van Meter the 3-1 is again good pitch from Prickett. Now with 3 balls and 2 strikes, Leah Blowett's at second. Jersey Hoff's at the plate. Her last at-bat was a 3-run homer. Can she get a 2-run homer with that new bat? Or new to her bat?
Time.
She calls time, which gives us an opportunity to say, hey, boss, how you doing? Oh, can't hear you, though.
Let's see if they have...
Do we have enough?
Aaron
Say hello.
Gerlich.
Hello.
Hi,
There
Aaron.
we are.
There we are. Ground ball hit at Corrado. She throws across the diamond. Gets Hoff by a step. Now they're going to throw across and not get the run. Hoff is out on a good play by Corrados to Ruggles. But Blauett moves up. All right, Aaron, this tournament, been a little warm this week, but the action's been pretty hot, don't you think?
Yeah, we've been hot all the way through. Yeah, it's good.
Took a couple of days where you had some breaks just to make sure everybody's okay.
Yep, following heat protocol there. Yeah,
overall, how would you grade this tournament so far?
Oh, you know, I think we're solid B+. Solid B+ right now. I think, you know, never get too far ahead of our skis. Want to make sure that we get across the finish line before we do the final grade.
The first pitch to Reese Kramer is a ball. You have an 8 seed with a win.
Yeah, that's wild. Cinderella story, right? Everybody loves that.
Then you have the number 1 seed come in extra innings.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Then you had a back-to-back-to-back champion.
Yeah.
And Aaron, this is your second tournament as director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.
Second softball tournament, yeah. So I don't know if I'm veteran status yet, but I think I'm out of my rookie year, I guess, at least for this.
So you're a veteran.
In year 1 to 2, what's been the biggest change for you?
Oh gosh, for the softball tournament alone?
Sure, we'll stick with that.
I think, you know, the things that I think I was nervous about or worried about last year, not so much about this year. So no, but we love coming here. It's been another fantastic week, and you know, when we have the staff that we have, which we've had some staff changes and we've added some new people to the mix, which has been amazing. So bringing some new faces here, as far as, you know, that are wearing our logo, has been really fun, and introducing them to the good things up here in Fort Dodge. That's probably a bigger change.
And you have this new, let's see if I can get it to the right camera, the Iowa Girl Foundation established. And tell me about that.
Well, I mean, Laura could probably tell you about that too. Laura is a board member, and so that's been a really fun project. I think last year I teased it a little, or you know, Laura was asking me something that we were excited about to roll out this year. And the Iowa Girl Foundation has come to fruition. So that was something going into it that you know, I thought we could probably make some headway and get done, and we've done it. We rolled it out, the announcement this year.
2 balls and a strike to Reese Kramer. I'll come back to you here in a moment. That one's hit high in the air, staying on the infield. Corrados goes over and makes the grab for the second out of the inning. So is the foundation a long-term thing to help the organization, or what is it mostly going to do?
Yeah, so we've talked about, you know, we're coming up on our 100th year anniversary of our organization and the existence of that. And so we're talking about what do we want to do for our next 100 years, right? So some, you know, some foundational blocks that we're setting for the next 100 years to come. So with that, the Iowa Girl Foundation is going to go and take over our existing scholarships that we've got, and really try to build on some of those things. We've got our Empowering the Iowa Girl program, where we go into schools, we give resources to coaches and to programs for free to schools. So that's something that we've been partnering with Drake and the Ray Center on, and we're really proud of that. So all of those things, obviously, those cost money for us to be able to do. Our Future Champions clinics that we put on, so that we've got a laundry list of items that we currently do that will move over towards the foundation, but really for us to be able to build and to reach more girls, because we know that there are great leaders out there that don't make it to our state tournaments. So what does the Iowa Girl mean to them?
Well, Braylon Childress getting her first opportunity to play here at a ball and a strike. The pitch coming from Prickett here. We just, before you came in, we were talking about Alexa Severson. She's one of those coaches this week that's here that has played in the tournament and now is coaching a team here in the tournament. When you see that, what's that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, how much more full circle can something like that get, right? So we've had a lot of great stories, you know, yesterday when we were inducting our Hall of Famers, and they're standing around and they're talking about all of these moments that they've had up here at Harlan Rogers Park. So I think for this to, again, another generation, and they can see it from another lens, that's really awesome. So we love hearing those stories. We love welcoming our Iowa girls back in other ways, and seeing them either officiate, coach, be the mothers of players. I think that there's a lot of full circle moments that happen up here at Harlan Rogers.
Ground ball from Corrados to Ruggles is the out for the third. Real quick, you have another job. I'll let you. I have one more thing because I have to say, Aaron's been busy. Have you seen? We saw you just a minute ago hand one of those home run balls into the stands.
Yes, that was the first home run on our championship fields so far in our series. But yes, that's something that we love to do. Last year it felt like a home run derby. So now we've been waiting and waiting and watching. But you know, a lot of our other fields, we've had 5 Grand Slams in this tournament, which has been unheard of, insane. But I think we're due for some of those here on our championship field, so we can deliver those.
All right, Erin Gerlich, thank you so very much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for the coverage. We love you guys.
Thank you so much. We got to sing and stretch with Tim Fitzpatrick.
Gets back for its root. Root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 3 strikes, you're out at the whole ball game. Hey, nice job of singing. Who's out there cheering for Van Meter? West Lyon. Good job of singing. Good job of cheering, folks.
Question for Erin, and
good game going
because they don't know. They don't know the answer to that question yet, Laura. Still lots of things to always move in here at the tournament. Home run balls, 5th inning stretch, good softball.
The Iowa Girl Foundation, which I think is going to be really fantastic when it gets rolling. And as she said, they just announced that. And I think it's going to help empower the Iowa girl even more than what the Girls Union does. And I think get a lot of our high school athletes and girls involved in a lot of different areas through that foundation.
And you are on the board?
I am. Erin called and I said, sure, I would love to be a part of that. And because I think it's a great way to, I think the state of Iowa and our athletics has always been premier and 5-10 steps above anybody else in the country. I think we elevate our girls athletes and our girls sports, and I think this is just another way to bring it to another level. And I think the Girls Union is always looking for ways to continue to promote women's athletics and make it even better than what it is already.
Alice Ruggles fouls one off to the side. A ball and 2 strikes here in the 5th. See what type of Iowa girl legacy that Ruggles can contribute to. So her team is up 6-4. Off-speed pitch is hit into left. 1 hop out to Cook. And the leadoff hitter again on for Van Meter. And it's up to Annie Netton now to move things along. And I think we're going to have a substitution here. And it is going to be Ashlyn Small is going to pinch run for Ruggles. And Laura, I have noticed the wind has kind of left us. It is still very humid, very still, but the sun is still back behind. We're getting a good old Iowa day here.
This is, I think this is perfect. We're not sweltering hot, just a little humid.
And everybody can work up a good sweat here as they're running around the bases. Boy, it was really busy there in the 4th for Van Meter. They're looking to do something here in the 5th. They're up by 2.
They're always looking to surprise you, and you have to be on your toes defensively, knowing that something may happen.
Like a bunt, and that's what happens there. Oh! Netton bunts and fielded by Kramer. Moves the runner up.
Small moves to second, 1 out.
Netton leaning into the line a little bit there. As the fielder, Barron Scott, was right on the line.
Well, the throw was right there, and you've got that little running alley, that box, the pink bag on the other side. And Netton digging hard to get down there. And they both collided, both walked away unscathed.
Finley Netton at the bat now. As Barron Scott looks at the play call, so she knows what's going on here. Hit in the air towards right, but foul. Behind first. Well, there's a look at Josh Flaws. I'm just briefly there because at some point you just can't coach there forever on first. You do have to make a change, even if you do keep scoring, but that is what they had to do. Cousin to the head coach. Whoops. And, you know, again, with Van Meter, with another runner on second here and 1 out, another base hit could easily give him another run. But swinging away is Finley Lenton, top of the lineup here. She's not conceding anything.
No, then she is a battler up there at the top of the lineup. I think you had mentioned she's going to Northern Iowa. Going to continue to play softball for the Panthers. I asked her, hey, what intrigued you about Northern Iowa? She goes, a lot of the same values that we have at Van Meter, I felt like they have at Northern Iowa, and it felt like home to me. And so that is why she chose Northern Iowa to continue her softball career.
The 2-2 coming from Hoff. Hit back up to Hoff. She looks at second. Runner was already gone, and so Ruggles' courtesy runner Small now, or pinch runner, is now at third. Netton is out, and it's Maddie Schnell.
Netton out at first. Crowd number 2. That'll bring up left fielder Maddie Schnell.
I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe try a bunt here. Wouldn't put it past them.
The freshman Schnell.
Schnell a year ago had a walk-off home run, first of her career in the semifinals, to put them into that championship game, and then hit another one in the championship game. So she was on a tear last year.
Punches it to the left side, quickly up and over, but not a chance, Childress, to get the speedy Schnell down the line. And another run scores for Van Meter. It's now 7-4.
Just making contact, and Childress had to come over into the hole to field that one. Momentum going the other way. Couldn't get a whole lot on that throw over to first base.
So now it's Callie Richards, the senior catcher. Just because we have teams that come year after year, I think I may have fallen into a trap at early, just saying, no, it's the same team, same coach, you know, whatever. Each team's DNA is different. And one thing Callie Richards said is, she goes, we are our own team. And they are proving it right now as they are in the lead 7-4. Now, if they win the state title, sure, you could just say, oh, a lot of the same parts. But you can have the same team come back, Laura, and it's different.
Yeah, and you know, it's maybe one player that left the team, and you've got to replace that. It kind of mixes up and changes the chemistry of a team, and you can't get on the same page as you were the year before.
Richards pops it up. Great play in foul territory by Childress. Woo. Covered a lot of ground right in front of the fence, and let's see this one again.
Boy, she did cover a lot of ground. Knew she was coming up on that fence fairly quickly. Pulled it in and then braced herself.
Well, it's 7-4, and we've had a few things to write home about. We're going to show you some of the highlights here for the first part of this game. Early on, it's West Lyon beating out a couple of runs. Leah Blauett and then Reese Kramer. They throw behind, and then Van Meter is able to score. Netton. Then in the second, Van Meter goes to work again. Alice Ruggles will score on this play. Annie Netton would also score. And then it's a big hit by Jersey Hoff. 228 feet away on a new-to-her bat home run. West Lyon took the lead back, and then all of a sudden, Van Meter went to work again, this time in the fourth. Netton, Schnell, Richards, all with big hits. Hohenadel, a couple of miscues, 4 errors for West Lyon in this contest. And again, Van Meter just pushed another run across That's their 7th run. That's how we stand, 7-4 here in the top of the 6th. 4-7-4 for the guest team, which is West Lyon. The home team, Van Meter, 7-10-1 as we go to the 6th inning. From Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex, it's the Class 2A State Championship on Iowa PBS. Van Meter fans looking to celebrate. 6 outs away from going back-to-back, but there's a lot of softball yet to play, and West Lyon has proven they can make up the difference in a hurry. Caitlin Barron-Scott is up. She has to readjust her gloves, the junior. Gets the gloves back, goes back to work. You see the big Wildcat paw on the helmet.
Well, you look at that scoreboard, and the thing that jumps out at you is the 4 errors that you see for West Lyon. That has really been the difference in this ball game.
Prickett to Ruggles for out number 1. That'll make way for Mallory Cook. Hard to win any game in softball with 4 errors, let alone a state championship game. Swinging through the first pitch is Cook, the freshman. Cook 0 for 2.
And you have to time things against Prickett. You've got to know she's coming with that off speed more often than not.
And she hits it over the head of Netton into center field for a 1-out hit. And now Jessa Soliski. And yes, that's the Jessup Soliskis. I've held that all game.
You've been talking about it all week.
Oh, you darn right. I said to Jess, I say, I know your dad and uncle. She goes, I know. I go, which story do you want to hear? Oh, I don't believe any of them that you all say. Good memories there. They're trying to make a good memory here. 7-4. Soliski looks at one outside, and it's 2-0. Jess is 0 for 2, lined out hard to short back in the 4th. Jess's brother was on the boys football team that was state champs and the runner-up in basketball. That's well hit, and that's going to get down for a base hit, and it might go, it's cut off. It's going to get the job done and getting the runner to third. Sliding in is Cook, and Soliski gets her first hit of the game on a 1-out rocket to left, or to right.
Almost gets all the way to the fence, and a good job by Vaught hustling over there, not allowing it to get to that fence line. Otherwise, you might have seen a run come in.
So now it's 1st and 3rd with 1 out, and Lucy Dorneweird up. Coach has said she has stepped up in big moments. I'm gonna think this qualifies as a big moment. One swing can tie it. First pitch outside for a ball.
I would consider this a big moment. You don't have a whole lot of outs left in this ball game. You've got some runners on, building a little momentum. She is a patient hitter. She's going to take her time and get one that she can put out into the outfield.
The pitch from Prickett is chopped foul. Yeah, just not a lot of moments left, period. You're down to 5 outs.
Okay, don't chase anything out of your zone. You have to love it, okay? Come on now. Hey, here we go, here we go.
Stay in the zone. Severson knew, kind of turned this program around in just a short amount of time. Good pitch. Good changeup. I think we asked her, how'd you do it? And it was it's the tried and true answer. It's that off-season work. It's that January, February at-bats.
She said they didn't see it then, all the hard work they were putting in, but they see it now, that it's paid off, that it's gotten them to this point.
Perfect for you, okay? You picky, 2 and 2, okay? See and drive, protect you. You got this, you got this. 1 out, remember, we're tagging on the fly ball, all right? 1 out.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch coming from Prickett here in the top of the 6th with 1 out. That one's high, and the count runs full.
You know, and they're a team, you've talked about the fact that they can make up this deficit in a hurry. In 2 games, they've scored 19 runs on 26 hits. So they can put up runs. They can string together hits.
Well, hit to right, but it's going to be caught. Is it deep enough to score a run? Here comes the throw, and under. And we're going to have interference anyway on the catcher. So the run would have counted no matter what. So the sacrifice fly, Donor Weird, gets a run home.
Time.
Looked like she maybe got a little bit of a slow start off of third base as the throw comes in, and Prickett cut it instead of letting it go through. I don't know if she would have let it go through, if it would have made a difference, but as you say, there was, looked like the umpire had his arm out. I didn't see that, but he did.
Yep, it was there on the replay. So 7-5 now, and it's top of the order, Ella Langenhorst. Trying to not let this be her last high school at-bat. If she can keep things going, turn it over. It's the top of the order. Had a hit back in the third, looking to get something going here in the sixth. 1 in, 2 outs.
Smart thing, Saliski.
Well, hit to right, that is going to get down, and that will go to the fence. It will score Saliski, and Langenhorst with a double, and just like that, it's a 1-run game.
Well, Saliski, she tagged up on the play before, so that got her to second base.
Same courtesy, yep.
And
Same
yes,
courtesy,
2 outs, so
same
she was going
courtesy
on
for
the
the
crack of the bat, and it caroms away. And Langenhorst just gets in ahead of the throw. She just stepped in underneath the tag.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, you got to slide.
I know.
And so we do have a new runner and it's Bella Kramer who comes in to run for West Lyon. She's an 8th grader. 7-6 here in the 6th. That one's hit to right. Diving play, gets rattled around. They're going to wave in the runner, and we are going to be tied at 7 on a Leah Blowett hit.
Hit just enough to get over the outfield and into right field, as you see Kramer coming in to score to tie this one up at 7.
As they go into the circle to talk to Prickett, calm her down. You get a look at the lively Blowett. I mean, that girl's personality, if it's not coming across on television, you're not watching. Go back and watch all the dancing she's been doing. Look at that smile. She knows what's happening. This game is tied at 7 here in the 6th. Jersey Hoff, by the way, she had a 3-run homer earlier. Can she square one up here to give her team the lead? Hope you didn't go anywhere. Hope you had no other plans tonight. The 1-0 coming.
Just don't want to give her anything good.
That ball gets away, and it's going to allow the runner to get to second base. So Blowett scampers down there, gives Hoff a chance to score another run, drive in another run with a hit. And that's going to be a walk now. Here comes James Flaws.
Blowett turned around after she slid into second, turned to the outfield bleachers, trying to get them fired up out there.
Okay. Let's go.
Can we go on a little faster pace, like pitch balls?
Yeah, yep, we got you, Hey, outfield's got to be coming up, ball in front, come up higher in 4, ball gap, we got to cut 2, okay? Hey, let's go, lock it down right now. Dogs on 3, 1, 2, 3.
I couldn't tell whose voice it was, but you heard him say, let's play a little faster. Is that what I heard?
I couldn't hear,
Okay.
I could not hear that.
It's gotten louder here.
It has gotten very loud right up above us.
Not quite as steady of a beat as last year, but it's enough to know that there's a state championship on the line. We got a runner at second. That's the go-ahead run for West Lyon. At the plate is Jersey Hoff. That pitch is in there for a strike on 2-0. And going down to the bullpen for Van Meter to warm up is Jillian Wozmansky, who pitched in the semifinal, and who I thought maybe was going to start this game. The 2-1. Hoff lets it go. And that's ball 3. So great hitters count for Hoff here. First base open, but you can't really take that approach right now here in the 6th. You gotta pitch to her. And that is gonna be right at center field, and going up to make a jumping catch is Katie Vaught to extinguish the Wildcats in the 6th. But it is a huge 6. They score 3 to tie it. You want thrills, you want excitement, you want great food? How about some nachos?
That looks good.
Let's go to the bullpen and look at my punch card from a couple of weeks ago there at the State Fair. Had a chance to try some new foods. There's the Korean hot dog. That had fries on it and cheese inside, and that was that was pretty darn good. That was there's the pizza, there's the chicken on a stick, there's the egg roll, the pork scotcheroo, the butter cow sundae. It's like I gotta quick name them right there. It's fast. I'm gonna try them again. Some of them are really good. But you can see all of our highlights and insight from what I had to say about the food and others from the Iowa State Fair coverage, which is 9 o'clock nightly beginning August 11th through the 16th, only on statewide Iowa PBS.
Well, from just looking at it,
yeah,
so far, well, as I say, the butter cow sundae or whatever that was,
yeah,
the tornado, yes, I would like to try that, but that pizza looked darn good.
It was good. Well, they were all good. They were all good. This game's been pretty good too. Ava Hohenadel, Hallie Corrados, and Bianca Prickett due up for Van Meter here in their half of the 6th. Tied at Lucky Sevens. Swing and a foul back into the screen for Hohenadel.
Van Meter has been in this situation all state tournament. Gotten late into ball games. They've had to win them late. They just need some runners on, and they can manufacture a run.
That changeup misses. Van Meter had to use some heroics in the 6th and in the 7th to get by West Fork. Just to the east of us, a couple of counties. Van Meter. Pretty loose. Last night the team had a little trivia after they came to the championships and watched, and Coach Flaws and company, some of them wrote some great trivia, and that one just misses too. And the count goes full. And the girls, when I was talking to them before the game about what they did last night, and I said trivia, and they said, we won. No, we won. Very competitive in that, just like they've been competitive here, Laura.
Hohenadel really trying to control everything.
Hits a hot one there. Kramer plucks it, throws it to Barron Scott for out number 1.
Great grab. You could see a couple of pitches before. Hohenadel taking those deep breaths, trying to get in the right state of mind. Got a good piece of that ball, hit it hard, but Kramer right there to glove it.
Only for just not been a lot of leadoff outs for West Lyon. Van Meter's been able to put a lot of runners on and a lot of pressure, but West Lyon gets the leadoff there, and now it's Hallie Corrados. 1 for 3 today in this 2A championship. The pitch from Hoff. Oh, what a good one. Backed up over the plate. Pitchers go through stretches, Laura, where they just not every pitch comes back to them, and then sometimes they throw that.
And it feels really good. The seams feel really good. The spin, it coming out of your hand feels really good. And you're like, yeah, I got it back. I want to throw that one as much as I can.
It's one where you shake it off. No, I want to go back to that thing I just did.
And you can't throw it too much because then the batter times it up and sees the pattern. But she is starting to get that motion back.
The 2-1 is hit up the middle, and it's a 1-out hit for Van Meter. Corrados on base again.
You got a tough customer at the plate in Prickett from the left-hand side. A slapper that can do a lot of different things with the bat.
Shows bunt, pulls it back. Van Meter's really put a lot of pressure on West Lyon throughout this game. There's only been 2. They've yet to go 1, 2, 3 in an inning. The least batters they've sent to the plate is 5, and they've done that twice. The third batter of this inning, and there's only 1 out, is Prickett. That pitch is a strike. After a while, when you get into the 5th, 6th, and 7th, that does kind of wear on you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, you're having to throw a lot of pitches. You're out in the field for a long time trying to get those 3 outs and seeing a lot of hitters having to handle the base running. Boy, got her on 3 straight pitches, too, in 3 different locations. Got her to go after that rise ball. But, yeah, I mean, you're constantly thinking on defense when you're going up against Van Meter, because you have to think base runner and what are they going to do, and now I got a left-handed hitter up there, and how are we going to play that? So it's a lot of mental part of the game that you're having to deal with too.
2 away for Corrados. Runner at first is Hallie Corrados. This is Mara. She's 1 of 3. Trying to get her team to go ahead run. Good pitch from Hoff.
Tell you what, Iowa Central is going to get a good pitcher in Hoff. She wants the ball in big moments like this, and she is responding.
Oof, close pitch.
Really close.
Maybe I'm just living and breathing with these fan bases, because
I know.
So you can hear them cheer here to your right and to your left and up above you. The 2-1 is hit. Zaleski makes the grab. And for the first time, Van Meter only sends 4 to the plate. We have a great one in the making for the ending. What happens in the 7th? We are tied in Fort Dodge.
It's amazing when you reflect back on how many young people are involved with the productions of Iowa PBS, from sports to the talent show that we do every year. It's just an amazing celebration of the state of Iowa, and it's the only place where you can turn the TV on and not worry what's going to be on the screen.
No one ever shakes you. No one ever shakes you.
Boy, we've had a lot of shaking today. That's a look at Dickie from Studio 3 Live. That's our live music showcase that helping us out with a little new look at the highlights of the girls' state softball tournament. 3rd season of Studio 3 Live premieres in September on Iowa PBS. If you're not sure what that show is, go out and check out those song clips from previous seasons on our YouTube channel, or the full shows on our website of iowapbs.org. Also a mailing list if you want to find out what's next or be in the auditorium, in the concert venue. Right now we're on the Diamond. Right now we got ourselves a sellout show. And that's a 1 hopper to Netton off the bat of Kramer. 1 away for West Lyon here as they're now down to 2 outs in the 7th. Braylon Childress to dig in now. Van Meter fans thinking, do we have some more late inning drama? West Lyon thinking the same thing. Childress has hit a home run this week. I think she's just looking for a base hit right now, but, you know, home run's not too bad either.
Well, you take the home run. You'd say, sure, I'll take that home run.
I'm not gonna kick it away.
I'm not gonna say no. But you want to keep the lineup moving. I mean, you've got to think about getting on base. And yes, if you can get a pitch you can handle and drive and get it out of here, then take a rip at it. But you got to try to manufacture something here, string some singles together.
Childress told us this week playing in this championship game means the world to her.
3 balls, no strike.
Had a good hug with family after the game. I think you asked her, what did you just do? And she says, oh, I was just crying with my family. And you should. It's an emotional, it is a great, great event. That never gets old.
Tears of joy.
Sharing a moment. 3-1, base, that's gonna be a walk. Childress is gonna draw the base on balls with 1 out.
Well, she was the one, too, that was out during that heat timeout that they had, leading her team, and Cotton Eye Joe dancing with the team, and that kind of shifted momentum for them in that semifinal game. Got her team out of the dugout, got them moving, got them all fired up.
Barrett Scott looks at a first pitch strike. Caitlin up. She's reached on a fielder's choice, also had a hit and grounded out. The 0-1 coming. Chopper up the middle, good glove by Net, and the throw to second in time, across to first, not. So fielder's choice by Barron Scott. But Childress is out. Great play by Prickett. You'd think she plays infield. The way she made that play.
Yeah, smart play. Just came out of the pitching stance, able to get over and backhand that one, and immediately looked to second base to get the force. Want to get that lead runner.
Mallory Cook, first pitch swing, foul.
Breathe. Breathe and have confidence, right? Best one all year right here. You got this. Hey, have fun, have fun. Hey, have fun up there, have fun.
8-9-1 due up for Van Meter in their half of the inning. Cook, a freshman, big opportunity right here for her.
Be smart, 1-1, 1-1. Here we go. We got this. Yes.
Pitch is low.
2-1 now, be smart, okay? Nothing in the dirt.
I have to say, Laura, the freshman player tends to have some of the most improvement during the year, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, I would think so. You know, a lot of those freshmen were courtesy runners the year previous, maybe got some reps on the varsity level, played some JV, but get the opportunity to work over the off season and be able to get yourself in the mindset of being able to be in that lineup every single game and get those reps at the plate out on the field. You're just going to continue to improve.
And now the freshman has a full count. Go-ahead run at first would assume be off.
Should be off with the pitch.
And it's hit hard right at Netton. Across the diamond to Ruggles to give her chance to win it, her team to win it and walk it off. And this is what you dream about. Tied going into the bottom of the 7th. Fans on their feet from Van Meter. A little bit of anxiousness, a little bit of
it's kind of quiet. It's kind of quiet on both sides right now, and I think both fan bases a little nervous. And down to the bottom of the 7th, Van Meter an opportunity to win this one. And you know, if they do get somebody on base, you have to believe the defense is going to tighten up a little bit because of all the things that Van Meter does on the base paths.
I want to let you know that Congress recently cut $3.5 million in federal funding to Iowa PBS. This is the largest one-time cut in our 55-year history. It's affecting 18% of our budget. These funds help maintain our statewide network, delivering trusted local programs to every corner of Iowa. Despite the challenge, we're committed to our mission to educate, inform, and inspire. Thank you for watching, supporting. Go online right now. Support Iowa PBS, 800-728-2828, or scan that QR code to allow us to continue to do events like this, to bring you softball action. at the state tournament. Van Meter, Alice Ruggles, Annie Netton, and Finley Netton due up off Jersey Hoff. Tied at 7, bottom of the 7th. 1 run wins it. Will it be Van Meter here in their half of the 7th? Ruggles, 1 for 2. She scored 2 of their team's 7 runs. Looks at a strike.
You can get this first out that takes a little pressure off the defense. They can relax a little bit, but it's a big out if you can get this leadoff hitter.
Swing and a miss. A little bit of a tick made to it. Langenhorst holds on to it behind the plate. Van Meter knocked out Exira EHK. That's also Audubon. That's who they played in the state championship last year. Knocked them out 9-4 in the regional final. Also beat I-35 and Kemper Catholic to get to state.
Ruggles was holding her breath on that one. It was just on the edge. She let it go by. Was able to get the call of a ball. Now goes full. Now she's going to get something good to hit, and she is a good contact hitter. You do not want to put the leadoff runner on.
The pitch is low, and they just put the leadoff runner on.
Time.
So now, have you been able to? That's her 5th walk. I think we're going to have another runner. It is going to be Ivy Vaught. She represents
9 for 18.
the
9
winning
for 18.
runner. She'll go to first. And if we go to the 8th, Ruggles would likely re-enter the game. But for now, you put a speedy runner on.
Now you go a little small ball here.
Annie Netton a chance to help her team. Puts the bunt foul. And coaches talk about when we need that bunt, I gotta have you put that thing down. And that is not an easy thing, and let's listen in here on this conversation.
Showed a little bit earlier. Okay, just catch it. See it at the barrel, catch it, make sure it's on the ground. Okay, so if you put the ball on the ground, we're going to second base. That's what we need right now. Okay, so show it early. If it's not there, pull it back. Okay, just watch it in. Let's go.
Catch it. That's the key with bunting, isn't it?
It is. It's like catching the ball with your bat. You have to level off the bat and just soften up those hands a little bit, keep the bat level, and catch that ball and drop it down on the ground.
The 0-1, she catches it and pushes it foul. So many times players will stab at it, that gets it. But the thing is, the softball players are miles ahead of their baseball counterparts at being able to bunt. It's not even close.
Yeah. Well, and I think, a little different game, different field, different, distance between bases, and we don't see the bunt a whole lot in baseball, even though I yell at the TV all the time. Why don't you move that runner to second base?
The 0-2 coming.
They don't listen to me.
To net, swung, big old swing, pushes it foul.
But you're right. I think softball is certainly better fundamentally at putting the ball down on the ground via the bunt.
Annie Netton. And that was Ella Fennessy who, no, that was Annie Netton. Yeah, Annie Netton is called out on strikes, and there's one away.
See the location of this one, just catches the outside part of the plate. Netton couldn't pull the trigger. A little shocked at the call.
Top of the order, Finley Netton. First pitch ball.
Now you get back to the top of the lineup, and very dangerous hitter at the plate who has stung the ball a couple of times. You want to keep the ball down in the zone against her, not let her elevate anything.
Time is called to give Finley Netton a chance to collect her thoughts, figure out how to play this next pitch. And it's out of the zone. Ball 2.
You're going to be cautious here with Netton, but you don't want to walk her and put that runner in scoring position.
The 2-0 on the way is down the middle for a strike. When it doesn't always match what you're looking for, you're just like, why didn't you swing? But you're looking for something else there. Here's an opportunity for Finley. She hits it hard in the air to right, back under it, and making the grab is Lucy Dorneweerd, and there's 2 away.
Well, it sounded better coming off the bat. I thought that was going way up against the fence and had a chance, but I think lost a little as she went opposite field with it. And Netton giving a little bit of instruction to Schnell as she steps in here with the runner on.
So now it's down to Maddie Schnell, the left fielder, another freshman in this lineup. In a 7-7 ball game here in the 7th. Hard hit to the right side off the glove, going into right field, kicking it around again, and it's dropped again. They're gonna wave the runner home. She falls down at third. Sliding was Vaught. She was being waved home. That ball was kicked around by both Barron Scott, Saliski, Dorneweerd. One, actually, ping, pong again.
Boy, and what a job by Vaught to avoid getting hit by that base hit. She had to tap dance around that.
We got you. We believe
Go right now. Hey, right now. Okay. We don't mess with delay still, do we?
No.
Okay.
No.
We're just gonna try
Nope.
this. Okay.
I don't think it's worth it.
Nope. I'm gonna do it. Okay.
And
So.
shorten your lead.
Yep. Hey, let's go right here. Your pitch, drive it. Okay. Trust your eyes. Let's go. Dogs on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Talking the squeeze. Callie Richards can really put the ball in play, and you're asking your third place hitter to put it down or swing away, and it looks like swing away is the call. We'll see how it goes.
Right, and they were talking about maybe sending Schnell to second, but that run does not matter.
Right.
The run that matters is standing 60 feet away at third base.
Callie Richards in a 7-7 ball game, 2 outs here in the 7th. First pitch, high for a ball. So when it looked like West Lyon was going to be able to escape and get to the 8th, it all of a sudden gets a whole lot different now with the winning run standing at third. That's Ivy Vaught. Callie Richards from the left side. Hit in the air to left. If it's fair, it's the ball game. It's foul by 3 feet, maybe 2. That was 2 feet from being a state championship winning opposite field hit.
Whew. Everybody takes a big, deep breath over on the West Lyon side. And now Richards gets to step back in. Have another crack at it.
The 1-1 in the Class 2A championship. Richards again fouls it off to the left side. Again, a ball and 2 strikes. Callie Richards. High softball IQ, would love to have an incredible moment right here. Jersey Hoff would love to slam the door and get to the 8th. The pitch, high, ball 2.
Tried to get her to go after that pitch, and that's a great discipline at bat.
Great pitch call, too.
Yeah.
But Richards, the senior, didn't bite.
That high IQ comes into play right there. She laid off of that pitch.
The 2-2. High again.
Well. She gets on. It is going to bring up Hohenadel, who was at the plate in the semifinal game with the game on the line.
The 3-2. Strike 3! And we're going to the 8th. What a play by Jersey Hoff. On the called third strike. Oh my goodness.
See location.
Frozer.
Yep.
Up and in.
I think Richards knew it too.
Yeah.
I think she knew it and just could not pull the trigger on it, and just has to walk back to the dugout.
Take a deep breath, Laura.
I know. Whew. Hey, talk about the exciting championship games that we have had so far. Last night, 2 exciting games.
4 for 4. So Pella beat North Scott 4-2. That was the 8th seed winning. The number 1 seed, Waukee Northwest, won in the 8th over Linn-Mar in a walk-off. Williamsburg, with Wahlert threatening throughout that game, 3-2. Three-peat for the Raiders. Waiting to, in the old days, you know, they'd show the trophy presentation, waiting to stencil in the champion's name, engrave the champion. Yeah, if we had an engraver here, that's what we would be at right now. The engraver would just be sitting there looking like, I got nothing to do.
I know.
This game's not over.
Wait, it's no, it's not. It's West.
VA, no. WE, no.
Maybe you could make that VA into a W. I don't know. Not that talented.
So neither team scores in the 7th. Saliski, Donnerweird, and Langenhorst. Saliski lead off first pitch across the diamond. Play made by Corrados to Ruggles, 1 away here in the 8th.
I think we saw some future Van Meter Bulldogs in the stands trying to urge their team on, knowing that they could be right here on this stage in a few years.
They could be the one Coach Floss says, remember those girls that were in the stands? They're the ones on the field now. Right here, it's Lucy Dornerweird. She smacks it. Nice backhand by net, and throw across the diamond is high into the screen, and staying put is Dornerweird. And that thing had no chance to, I mean, it was so hardly thrown, and they're going to say that's an error.
Boy, what a great snag, though, and she puts a little bit too much mustard on that throw, and it sails over the head of Ruggles.
Well, remember when I said Ella Langenhorst didn't want that to be her last at bat?
Right.
Let's see what she can do here. She hits it high in the air to center. Back at the wall. Is there enough room? And there is for Katie Vaught to haul that in. Langenhorst hit that thing about 198 feet on a 200 fence.
Boy, coming up, swinging at that first pitch, and Vaught, she went back and then had to come back in. She thought it was hit a little harder than it was, but she circled in behind it.
Okay, so maybe it was only 190. Hit in the air again to Vaught. This one a little easier. Underneath it, blow it is out. Back-to-back flyouts to center. West Lyon strands a runner, and we go to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 7 in this 2A championship game, as the 1A championship game is 3 minutes away from starting, at least by the schedule. And, you know, if you think this was good the first time, you should watch it on replay, and you can always watch today's championship action, and you can relive it. Share these moments with your family, friends, and neighbors. Visit iowapbs.org for archives. Championship games anytime, anywhere. On the mobile device, you can watch it on the way home tonight. The others in the car while you're driving. Just focus. Man, like you said, Laura, it's been exciting, these championship games. And I think in that 1A game coming up at some point, those are going to be 2 good teams that are going to hit the ball too.
It's going to be another good one.
I know we say that all the time, but that's because they usually are. They have such good setups. Hohenadel, Corrados, and Prickett due up for Van Meter. Everybody I've said has a hit for Van Meter in this contest. It's 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the 8th. First pitch out of the zone.
Deep breath. Same routine that she usually does. Closes the eyes, steps in. Draws a little line in the sand.
Well, hit to left. That is how it is going to end. Home run, walk-off style, Ava Hohenadel. That's a state championship home run. Back-to-back, go the Bulldogs. No doubt in anyone's mind. You see the arms in the air. They were excited in the Van Meter shirts. And that is how you win a state championship game in an epic proportion, something you will never forget, Ava Hohenadel.
How about Hohenadel? Semifinal game. She was up at the plate. She had the game-winning hit, brought in the winning run to advance them to this ball game. She's the first one up here in the bottom of the 8th. And it was a no-doubter.
Just like you said. You said it. Go back into the archive and watch what Laura said. She said that exact same thing. We'll meet the all-tournament team. We'll have the runner-up trophy and the championship trophy presentation here. West Lyon, what a great game from them.
Let's give both of these teams a nice round of applause. That's the way it should be in a championship game. Now please direct your attention to the infield for the awards ceremony. Presenting the Class 2A All-Tournament Team medals is Executive Director Aaron Gerlich and Softball Administrator Jason Esslinger. Here is your Class 2A All-Tournament Team for 2025. From Van Meter, Callie Richards. From West Lyon, Braylon Childress. From Cascade, Ashlyn Shockamel. From Louisa Muscatine, Keely Williams. From Louisa Muscatine, Cameron Taylor. From West Fork, Presley Dickman. From West Fork, Libby Truen. From West Lyon, Ella Langenhorst. From Van Meter, Ava Hohenadel. From West Lyon, Jersey Hoff. And your Class 2A All-Tournament Team Captain for 2025, from Van Meter, Finley Netton.
Always a special honor to be named to that all-tournament team. You can see those pictures on social media and over the years. It's just kind of fun to see who emerges over the years, and you see champions and runners-up and third place all getting a chance, all make a contribution to get there. Quite an honor. Congratulations to all those who are on that team.
All of them had amazing performances throughout the week and very much deserved to be on that team.
Once we get our last formal photo taken, this is the fun part of the night to hand out trophies, which is up next.
And now for the trophy presentation. In addition to receiving medallions, every participating player will receive a commemorative softball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau proud title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting awards are members of the IGHSAU Board of Directors. Congratulations to the runners-up in Class 2A, head coach Alexis Severson, and the West Lyon Wildcats on an outstanding 2025 softball season. And your 2025 Class 2A state softball champions, head coach James Flaws and the Van Meter Bulldogs.
Third overall for Van Meter. They had a few parts from last year, a whole lot of components, and it takes chemistry and a lot to make it happen. Shake it all up and have a walk-off home run by Ava Hodenadel. And that's how you win another state championship.
Now you go back to back, and they will lose a few players off of this team, but they've got a good nucleus coming back, and what a great tournament for Hohenadel. I mean, she came up in clutch situations, both in the semis and in this ball game, walked it off.
Congratulations, West Lyon, great season. And Van Meter, 34-2, back-to-back state champions in Class 2A. It was a great one. One more to go. 2 in the books on this Friday. The last game of the season's next here on statewide Iowa PBS.
Funding provided by
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.
Fareway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fareway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fareway.com.
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.